Good evening, everyone. I request Kevin sir to conduct the session.
Good,
Yes, good evening to all.
good evening, sir.
How was your weekend?
Good
Yes,
evening,
friends, how
sir.
was your weekend? Yes, good evening, good evening. How was your weekend test? Hello, dear friends, am I audible to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how was your weekend test? Or transformation of axis? Hello, do respond. How was your weekend test? If it is okay, okay, easy, difficult, at least respond something now. Hmm. Why this silence? Was it difficult?
Not but difficult, sir. As we can then we
Hmm.
can write.
Pardon? Any doubts with regard to this weekend's questions? Last week we discussed two questions which were little confusing. So any confusing question or anything that you found it difficult? Any question to discuss like last week?
No, sir.
No. All questions are clear. Most of the questions I think we already discussed in the class of that type. Yes or no? Though the values were different, the uh, concepts, the thing were different, but at the same time we already discussed and we have solved a lot of problems in the class. Hope everybody has got the same opinion. If you have got, if you don't have any doubts with regard to this weekend's question, then we'll go to the today's concept. If it's okay, please say one yes. Then we can go proceed ahead with our today's concept with a new chapter. Shall we proceed ahead? No doubts regarding the concepts of transformation of axis, and I hope. Is there any doubt regarding the weekend questions and things? If there is no doubt, please tell a yes. We'll proceed ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? Only I think Vignesh is responding. Okay, we'll proceed with the new chapter. Straight. Straight lines. And some of your absent, no issues. We'll discuss it again. I will brush it up. We may not spend as a long amount of time that we spent earlier, but we'll go a little faster since it's already a repetition. The first discussion. What is this inclination and slope? So, what is this inclination and slope? Let us take a line is making an angle with x-axis. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. A line is making an angle with x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction, in the positive direction of x-axis. See, in the positive direction of x-axis, then this angle is called as an inclination of a line, and we represent it with an theta. So what is the inclination of a line? When a line is making an angle in anti-clockwise direction. See here, it is an anti-clockwise direction against the clock direction. In anti-clockwise direction, in the positive direction of the x-axis. See here, this is the positive direction of x-axis, correct? So this angle is called as inclination of an line. And we know that the inclination of an horizontal line is 0. That is, if this is my this x-axis and this is my y-axis, inclination of horizontal line. What is the angle this horizontal line is making with x-axis? Is this angle making any? Is this line making any angle with x-axis?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Therefore, the inclination of a horizontal line is 0. The inclination of an horizontal line is 0, whereas inclination of a vertical line, this is a vertical line, a standing line. So what is the angle that the angle that making with an x? The vertical line is making what angle here in x-axis, dear students?
0, sir. Because
Vertical
it's 90 degrees.
90 degrees, sir.
90
90
degrees.
degrees.
So the inclination of an vertical line, the inclination of a vertical line is equal to 90 degrees, that is pi by 2. So keep this point in mind. The inclination of an horizontal line is 0 degree or 0 radians also, whereas inclination of a vertical line is 90 degree or pi by 2 radians. Now coming to the concept of slope. If theta is an angle of inclination of a line, if theta is an angle of inclination of a line, let us then for then slope m is equal to tan theta. If theta is an angle of inclination of a line, then slope m is equal to tan theta. That means let us say this is my non-vertical line. Is it vertical? No, it is non-vertical line. This line is making an angle theta in the anti-clockwise direction, the positive direction of x-axis. Then this line slope m is equal to tan theta. Slope m is equal to tan theta. Now, let us find the slope of horizontal line. By this definition, what is the slope of horizontal line? What is the inclination of horizontal line? What is the inclination of theta? Is the inclination
0, sir.
0, sir.
0.
tan 0. So slope of horizontal line is equal to 0. Now slope of vertical line. What is the slope of vertical line?
Ninety degrees.
Not
90
defined,
Slope.
sir.
I'm asking the slope, not the inclination. Slope of
Not
vertical line is
defined,
equal to
sir.
Tan 90
Not
degrees.
defined.
slope is not defined because we know that slope m is equal to tan theta, and for vertical angle theta is equal to 90 degree. Tan pi by 2 is not defined. Therefore, the slope of a vertical line is not defined. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, coming to the same concept of slope, please, as I explained, take note of the notes. I think we have already discussed again this concept earlier. Afterwards, please don't ask me to share the notes and so on. These are theory down. We're going to solve a lot of problems. Actually, this is one of the little huge topic, straight lines, because a lot of the things we'll be discussing, a lot of theorems we'll be discussing, and we also again discussing the concept of centroid, orthocenter, circumcenter, incenter, and so on. Congruency, symmetric, parametric, lot of things I will be discussing this chapter. So my request is that as you listen to the class, can you take note of the notes in your own way? Need not necessarily that you have to write the exact definitional form. You should be able to understand, okay, slope means this one, this is the formula, this is how you have to do. So make sure you write the theory. When you write, you are also understanding, your brain is also very active. More than teachers giving notes, your own simplified notes or your own class notes that you take during lecture will help you a lot to understand the concept more. What we give is just a type notes from some textbook or some let us say some summarized notes from what we refer books and so on. But when you write in your own words, listen to the concepts in your own, maybe sometimes maybe using some mother tongues and so on, or something your own way of writing notes, that is helping you a lot. That's how we have studied and we have come to this level and so on. So please, towards the end, don't ask me for a notes. And my answer is now itself I'm telling is a big no. Like I did for conic sections, not conic sections. I think which topic I did. I think I did it for conic. No, conic section I said share the notes. As I did it for transformation of axis. So kindly, as I in the beginning of the classes, I'm telling you'll be spending some 3-4 days again on theory concepts. So please kindly make sure you take down the notes as you listen to the class. And don't ask me for the notes. I'm telling you. If you ask also, my answer will be no. It's just an encouragement for you to be active in the class, to take part, and to take note of everything. That is also a way of learning. One of the methods of studying. So, now,
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yes, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir. Now it's okay.
When the inclination of the line is given, no problem. We use the this one concept called m is equal to tan theta. What about if the inclination is not given and the line is given with the 2 points? Let us say A x1 y1, B x1, and then telling a line is found by joining these two lines, and this line is cutting some x-axis somewhat like this. What is the angle? How do you find slope of this line?
By 2-point formula.
Y2 y2 minus
Yes, sir.
y2 minus y1 by x2 minus
5
x2 minus x1. We have used all these formulas in our locus. Yes or no? And we discussed all these things.
Yes, sir.
Now, basing on this formula, we will be concluding some corollaries, some results. Y2 minus y1 is equal y x2 minus x1. We know that whenever there is a denominator, the denominator should not be equal to 0. In which condition denominator will become to 0?
Answer will be infinity.
Understood. On which condition the denominator will become 0? Only in one condition the denominator will become 0. At which condition the
Sir,
denominator will become
x1
0?
is equal to
When x1 becomes
x2,
x2, my
sir.
denominator will become 0. Therefore, it should not be equal to x1 is equal to x2. By chance, what happens if my x1 is equal to x2?
It becomes 0, sir.
Slope is not defined, sir.
Slope is not defined. Then what kind of lines are that one? What kind of line AB will become?
90 degrees with the horizontal.
Yes, sir.
Horizontal. Hey,
Parallel
come
line,
on.
sir.
Who is teaching
Perpendicular
it?
line.
Not perpendicular line. It will become a vertical line. What- Do you understand? Hello.
Yes, sir.
When x1 becomes x2, the slope becomes not defined. Then means the line AB is a vertical line. What happens y2? What happens to slope if y becomes y2?
Slope becomes 0, sir.
Zero, very good. If y slope becomes 0, then what kind of line AB will become?
Horizontal line.
Horizontal line.
Very good. The line will become horizontal line. Please, just now what we discussed the previous concept, we are coming back. In reverse manner. We direct it from. We know the formula for slope joining the two points. Slope is given by m is equal to y1 and 1 by x1, x2, x1 equal to x2. Then the line
Sir,
then the
your
line
voice
is
is
a
breaking, sir.
just a minute. What do you know? Now, dear students, am I audible? Hello, dear students.
You're audible, sir. You're
Students
audible.
are there, students are there only to complain. When it is okay, you should tell. Yes, sir, it's audible. Huh? I'm asking from that time, is it audible? Is it audible? Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
y is equal to, sorry, not y. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. In this one, if my x1 is equal to x2, then y and what kind of line it
Sir,
is
again your
here?
voice is breaking.
Just a minute, give me a time. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if my y1 is equal to y2, then the line is an horizontal line.
Horizontal line.
Then the slope is 0.
0.
Now, basing on the slope we learned last time, the conditions for parallel line and perpendicular line, yes or no? When do you say two lines are parallel? What do we discussed? Two lines are parallel.
When their
lines
slopes are
are
equal,
perpendicular.
sir.
When the slopes are equal, that is m1 is equal to m2, then I call that lines are parallel. When my slopes, product of the slope is equal to -1, then we call that as perpendicular. That is, let us take it as parallel lines. Parallel line means the line has to like this, correct? No? As any line, let us say it as parallel line. Is it parallel? Line L1 and L2? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It's a non-vertical line. It's a non-vertical line. Yes or no? Is it vertical or non-vertical line? It's a non-vertical line.
Non-vertical.
That means this angle is equal to this angle. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That means this θ1 will be equal to θ2. If I say L1 and L2 are parallel, means θ1 should be equal to θ2. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Since my line 1 and line 2 are making an inclination of angle θ1 and θ2 which are equal, therefore slope of line 1 will become what? M is equal to
Equal.
tan θ1 and M is equal to tan θ2. Since both are equal, my if since angle both are equal, therefore my therefore the slope, if we say two lines are parallel, if we say two lines are parallel, then the slope has to be equal. Then the m1 is equal to m2. Now coming to next theorem. Two lines are perpendicular. Let us say two non-vertical lines. Two non-vertical lines. That is, let us say it as a x-axis, y-axis. Let us take this as my L1 and I'll take this as my L2. So I have to take from positive of x-axis. This is my positive of x-axis towards my this one. So this will be my θ1 anti-clockwise direction. This is my θ2. See, these two lines are making an angle 80 degree. Means two lines are perpendicular. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now listen carefully. Because of these two lines intersecting, there is a small triangle forming inside A, B, C. So from the triangle ABC, we know that sum of exterior angle is equal to sum of interior angles. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is my exterior angle here? θ1 is
θ1.
equal to θ2
90 plus
plus
theta.
90 degree. Take tan on both the sides. This will become tan θ1 is equal to tan of 90 plus θ2.
Yes.
So tan θ1 I keep as it is. This side tan 90 plus θ2, what will become? tan 90 plus 2 minus
minus
cos
cot theta.
cos theta 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this is now tan theta 1 is equal to minus cot theta 2. Write cot in terms of tan. Write cot in terms of tan.
One
How do
by
you write cot in terms of
1 by
very good.
1 by tan theta.
1 by tan theta 2. Cross multiply. Therefore, tan theta 1 into tan theta 2 is equal to minus 1. We know that, yeah, if m is a slope, then m is equal to tan theta. If m1 is a slope, then it is equal to tan theta 1. If m2 is a slope, it is equal to, yeah, tan theta 2. Therefore, yeah, tan theta 1, what is the value of tan theta 1? m1. Value of tan theta 2 is equal to m2. So m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. If two lines are perpendicular, then the product of the slopes is equal to minus 1. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Already we have used this theorem also. We have, without running this through theorems, we have already used this theorem only in a statement form in lot of problems in locus. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. And this corollary also we have used it most of the problems in locus. Okay, let it be. m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So basing on this corollary, let us say my line has got a slope m, and the slope of any line perpendicular to this line. Let us say L is my line and the slope of L is equal to m, and any line perpendicular to this line L, its slope is given by, let us say, m dash is equal to minus 1 by m. Did you understand this corollary?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to the next concept regarding slope only. Angle between two lines. Theta is the angle between two lines. If theta is the angle between two lines, then the angle between two lines is given by tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. There is in modulus if the angle is acute. Hmm.
So your voice is struggling.
Now we'll prove
So
x-axis, y-axis.
your voice is cracking.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, now it's okay.
So I will prove this theorem. Now this is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Let us take two lines. What is happening? This is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. Let us take two lines. My line L1 making an angle theta 1, and my line L2 It's not a vertical line, it's a non-vertical line. Let us make it. Okay, let me take this a little more on top. This my line L2. So it's not a straight line, a curved line. It's a curved line. So take this line's angle as theta 2, and there is one angle theta coming here. So look carefully, there is one triangle forming here again. Yes or no?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is my line L1, and this is my line L2. L1 is making an angle theta 1. My line L2 is making angle theta, and those two lines are meeting at a point C. And that angle I am taking theta, angle of intersection, or angle between two lines. Now theta is my angle between two lines. So from the triangle ABC, or else, excuse me. Now theta will be the difference of these two angles. Look carefully. Hello.
Yes,
My
sir.
theta will be my theta will be difference of these two angles. It will be theta 1 minus theta 2. Take tan on both the sides. Tan theta is equal to tan of theta 1 minus theta 2. So see, this is in the form of tan of A minus B. What is the formula of tan of A minus B? What is the formula of tan of A minus B? Or
Tan A minus tan B by 1
1
plus
tan A
tan A
minus
tan
B
B.
tan A,
by
1 into tan
1
B.
plus tan A
Tan
into
A
tan
into
B.
tan
No,
B.
Tan A into
equal to
tan B.
tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2 whole divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2. We know that for line L1, the angle of inclination is theta 1. Therefore, slope M1 will become tan theta 1. Therefore, tan theta 1 will become M1. For line L2, angle of inclination is equal to theta 2. Therefore, slope M2 will become as tan theta 2. Therefore, tan theta 2 will become M2, M1 minus M2 whole divided by 1 plus M1 into M is nothing but my tan theta. Theta is what? The angle of intersection of two lines or angle between the two lines. Do you understand how this angle between two lines is coming?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Angle between two lines is taken as theta and pi minus theta. That is, let us say, if this is my two lines, let us say, if this is my line L1 and this is my line L2 and this is my theta. This theta and this theta, both are the angle between two lines can be, one can be taken as theta, one can be taken as pi minus theta. But often we take theta because theta is always an acute. Often, sometimes we'll be using this concept for solving some problems when we are getting 2 or 3 lines. So keep this point. Angle between two lines, one angle is referred as theta and the other angle is referred as pi minus theta, and very often we consider theta as the angle of inclination, angle between two lines, because theta is the acute angle. And always, majority times, almost some 99% of the times, the angle between two lines will be an acute angle. Okay, shall we go to the next concept of the same topic? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, slope and angle between the lines and other things.
Sir,
Yes.
I think it could be pi by 2 minus theta.
No. Pi minus theta, supplementary angles. That is, if I taking an angle, the angle supplementary only we are taking always. So whether it is a line or any other line. Since the drawing is here is not proper, because what the angle of measurement I am taking is different here. So if you take your scale properly, and if you draw it properly, whether like this or what, like the previous thing what we did, any thing you do, the angle supposed to be supplementary angle. Let us say this is my line L1, and if this is my line L2, this one, if this is my angle theta, means another angle is always pi minus theta. It's not pi by 2 minus theta. Okay, now we'll go to the equations of line. Already, as we discussed, there are very many equations of line. First equation of line we'll be learning is equation of line parallel to x-axis. That means this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and equation of line parallel to x-axis.
Y is equal to K, sir.
Y is equal to K. Very good. Y is equal to K. If let us say my equation of a line parallel to x-axis is passing through some point A comma B, then what is the equation of a line? My line is parallel to x-axis and is passing through a point A comma B. Then what is the equation of the line? Very easy answer.
Y is equal to B.
Very good. This point A comma B will give me the distance of x-axis and y-axis. Distance of y-axis is B. And how we are making this line equation? Y is equal to distance of this line from origin, this one. This distance will be B. That means this line equation become Y become B. For example, same thing. My line is parallel to x-axis and is passing to the point x1 comma y1. Then the equation of the line will become Y is equal to
y1.
y1. Is it clear with the action of the line parallel to x-axis?
Yes, sir.
And what is the equation of x-axis? Equation of
X
x-axis?
is equal to K.
Equation of
Y is
x-axis.
equal to 0, sir. Y is equal
Y
to
is
0.
equal to 0. Don't get confused. Now go to next equation of the line. Equation of line parallel to y-axis. Equation of line parallel
Sir, X
to
is equal to K.
y-axis.
Yes.
X is equal to
X is
K.
equal to K.
Let us say my line is passing through a point A comma B. It becomes X is equal to
A.
A.
Yeah. If my line is passing the point x1 comma y1, then it is sorry.
So x is equal to x.
X is equal to x1.
X1.
Basic, we'll go to the next concept. Already all these things we have proved in the equation derived in class. Just we will brush up, will not derive once again. Stop. Point stop forum. Kindly mute the mic. Kindly mute the mic. So point slope forum. Here what is happening is they'll give you a point and the slope of the line. That means they'll say my line is passing through point x1 comma y1 and it has got some slope m. Then this equation line is given by y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Already we have derived this equation, so let us not again waste our time in deriving the equation. So the point slope forum is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, where x1 and y1 are the point through which the line is passing through, and m is the slope of the given line. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next is a 2.4. That is, my line is passing through 2 points x1, y1, x2, y2, and has got a slope em. Sorry, not slope. Now my line is passing through 2 points x1, y1, and x2, y2. Its equation is given by y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This equation also written as y minus y1 into x2 minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 into x2 minus x. And the same equation written in the determinant form x1 y1 1 x2 y2 1 is equal to 0. But the official equation of y minus y1 by x is equal to y1 by x2 minus x1. But same equation in order to solve simplification. To solve
My
simplification.
voice is breaking.
The same formula, same equation can be used in other two forms to solve the MCQs in much more better way or much more faster. Next concept is slope intercept form. Next concept is slope intercept form. That means a line cuts y-axis at some point, and this distance is called as a y-intercept, and that is given by C. A line cuts y-axis at certain point, and the distance of the intersection of that y-axis to the origin is called as intercept, y-intercept, and the distance is given by C. The line equation of such a line is called as y is equal to mx plus c. The equation of a line whose slope is m and whose intercept is c is given by y is equal to mx plus c. Listen carefully. The same equation I'm going to do some little simplification. Y minus c is equal to m into x. If you remember this equation, for the same equation, if they say that a line is making an intercept x, then the equation will become y is equal to m into x minus c or x minus a, whatever they give the distance. This is an corollary to the theorem. Already we have proved all these theorems, so I am not proving it again. But corollaries we did not discuss, but we are discussing now. But we already used these things in both locus and 2D geometry. We have used these concepts. So y is equal to mx plus c is the equation of the line in slope intercept form, where the slope and intercept of the line is given. That can be simplified by taking slope with its coordinate. So y slope is c, so y minus c will become mx. By chance, instead of y's intercept, if they are giving x intercept, then it will become y is equal to m into x minus a. Did you understand the equation and the corollary?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to next form, intercept form. That is, my line is making intercepts with both x-axis and y-axis. Here, my line is cutting both my x and y-axis. This intercept, x-intercept is called as a, y-intercept is called as b. This equation is in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Now, basing on this one, we will learn certain corollaries. Listen carefully. Each corollary is very important. Now, listen carefully. This is my line L1. Here, in this line, let me take this as P and Q, where it is making an intercept with X and Y. Correct, no? The line, my line L is making intercept of X and Y axis at P and Q. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, imagine a point x1 comma y1 somewhere here, a point x1 comma y1, a point x1 comma y1. Let's take this point as a sum. Yes, a point x1 comma y1 is cutting this line, is this dividing this line in the ratio m is to n. That means I will draw it bigger this diagram. So this is my line L, this is my line L, that is making an intercept P, that is making an intercept P, that is making an intersect X intercept Y intercept at points P and Q. And there is a point, let us say, S x1 comma 1. this is dividing this P and Q, the ratios of M is to N, not the entire line. The portion of this line PQ is divided in the ratio M is to N. Then what happens this line equation? Then the line equation will become as nx
four.
by x1 plus my by y1 is equal to m plus n. Or else the same equation will become mx by x1 plus ny by y1 is equal to m plus n. You can take it as any equation. Both will give the same answer. I'm repeating once again the concept. This corollary is very important corollary. My line is making an intercept x-axis, x-intercept and y-intercept at x-axis and y-axis at point P and Q respectively. Of course, the way they are given in the book or anything is very high level, but I'm reducing it to simple terms. My line is making x-intercept and y-intercept in the at x-axis and y-axis at point P and Q respectively. And I'm considering one point S such that this is dividing this P and Q in the ratio M is to N. Then the line equation L is given by, better you learn this equation. This is very easy to remember. Mx by x1 plus ny by y1 is equal to m plus 1. Now, second corollary in the same theorem, same concept. My line is making an x-intercept and y-intercept at point P and Q between the axes. Let us say some point x1 comma y1 is bisecting this line. Bisecting means what? Is dividing this line equally. Bisect, bisection. Section means cutting the line in two equal parts. Bisect. It is cutting this line bisect. It is bisecting this line equally. Then the equation of the line is given by x by x1 plus y by y1 is equal to 2. Do you understand this corollary? The students, do you understand this corollary?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That means my line is making an x-intercept and y-intercept, and there is a point x1 comma y1 bisecting the line, that is cutting the line equally. Bisection, cutting into two equal parts. Then the equation of the line is given by x by x1 plus y by y1 is equal to 2. Now, sometimes what happens is, let us say, it can be like this. Sometimes it can be like this. Means my A is greater than B. Sometimes my A is smaller than B, and so on. Happens. Often the slopes are not, the intercepts are not equal. Often they are in different way. By chance, your x-intercept and y-intercept are equal. It means my line is making equal intercept. My line is making equal intercept. Means my x-intercept is also equal. My y-intercept is equal. Means both are equal. I can take it as this one. Means then the equation of the line is given by x plus y is equal to x naught plus y naught. That means what is this x naught and y naught? That means my line is passing through some point x naught and y naught. Because of passing through this line, because of my line is passing through this point x naught and y naught, it is making an equal intercept. Therefore, the line equation is given by x plus y is equal to x naught plus y naught. Now, same equation. My line is through x1 comma y. The line is passing through some point x1 comma y1. My line is passing through some this one x1 comma y1. And the intercepts x intercept and y intercept are in ratio m is to n. The side is 2 means this is 4. And this is 1 means this is 3. Some ratio m is to n. My line is passing through a point and making x intercept and y intercept, and the intercepts x and y are in the ratio m is to n. Then the equation of the line is like this: nx plus my is equal to nx1 plus my1, or else mx plus ny is equal to mx1 plus ny1. Like previous equation, same thing is okay. Better I suggest you to remember this one. This is easy. M will go with x, n will go with y. So did you learn all the 4 colours properly? Did you understand all the 4 colours of intercept forum?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we'll stop it here because the general equation of a line has got lot of things to discuss and lot of corollaries are there. General equation of line, remember? We learned a general equation of the line ax plus
Yes,
by
sir.
plus c. A
Yes, C is
linear
equal to
equation of
0.
A linear equation of first order is called as a straight lines general equation. We remember, basing on this equation, we have got a lot of corollaries to learn. So we'll learn it tomorrow. I'm telling again and again, please don't do like what you did for a transformation of axis. I'm telling you why, because this chapter is very huge. Lot of theories has to be taught before we solving the problems. I'll be spending times teaching these theories in past. Now we may be spending almost another, we need to spend another 2 or 3 days more. Again, we have to spend on theory. I'm telling very clearly, if you don't learn the theory, you are the losers. And class time, if you ask silly doubts this time, I will ask you to refer the theory. Because previous time, lot of silly doubts came because you are not gone through the concepts of theory. Of course, even then I kept explaining. Only at one particular time I have to say that please refer the theory. So don't do like that. Yeah, today what we discussed is everything what we discussed earlier. Only thing that we discussed newly was corollaries of this theorem and corollaries of the previous theorem. Some 5, 6 or corollaries only new thing we discussed. The stall is a repetition of what we are doing, what we have learned earlier. So my thing is, please go through this concept and come for tomorrow's class. Also go through a concept of general equation of line distance between the points and so on. That also will be much more helpful for us to discuss tomorrow. Thank you, dear students. I don't want to extend the class now because if I take general equation of line, a lot of things are there to discuss. Almost some 5 to 6 corollaries are there. I don't want to, because once I start, I want to continue. So only I don't want to take more time. We'll stop it here. So please learn the concepts. Suddenly, once I'll send a Google form and I'll ask you to write a surprise test on theory. So let us not go to that extent and so on. So please do refer and come. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Students, you again got a
Yes,
class
sir.
tomorrow morning 5 a.m. Do join. Bye, everyone.
Sir, chemistry notes.
Oh, Divya, you didn't receive it? All right, all right. I'll just get in touch with you in 5 minutes. All right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.